So we are here in the Mesa Board Games booth at GenCon, and we're talking to Gilles d'Ori, and you may have heard us talk about it on our program. We talked about Ragami. This is a game with a fascinating theme and some very interesting mechanics involving one of Dave's favorite items in games, dice, of course. So, Gilles, you are the mastermind behind this game and behind Mesa Board Games. Mesa Board Games is a publishing company from Portugal, so we have an international flavor even here at GenCon, all the way from Portugal, here in Indianapolis. Gilles, tell us a little bit about maybe the story and the theme behind the game, and then maybe we can talk about the actual mechanics as well.
Okay, when I start to imagine and trying to create this game, I imagine that there are so many games with dragons and things like that. I said, it will be interesting to create a game about angels and guardian angels. So I tried to create a game with this theme, and one of my main focus in terms of graphic design and things like that was the game of the movie from Wim Wenders, Wings of Desire. It's almost a little bit old movie, passes in Berlin, and it's very beautiful, the movie, and I like it very much. So I try to bring that to the game. So you are a Ragami,
a guardian angel.
A guardian angel trying to resolve conflicts in a town.
And the board itself represents this sort of urban landscape, right? Sort of a top-down perspective. Very interesting board. It's not often you see sort of a cityscape depicted in this way. Now you're the artist behind the game as well as the...
No, I'm the graphic designer, okay. But the illustrator is Pedro Soto from Spain.
Okay.
Somebody I met last year in the Cordoba convention in Spain, and I really like his work. So I think he created an excellent illustration for the game.
Now, in addition to the kind of cast of characters, we have the Ragami, which are the actual players. There we have saints and demons represented by different colored meeples on the board here. The colors that match up are the saints that are sort of helping out the guardian angels, correct? And then the demons are trying to mess up the plans because they actually have a goal in this game, right? The Ragami are trying to help people.
Yes, they try to resolve conflicts. They are represented in a board with black dice. So they try to resolve, and resolving that they gain victory points. But of course, saints could help in that work, or demons can complicate very much the life of Ragamis.
What I've really liked about this game, because fortunately we've actually had a chance to play this guy, is that even though this is a Euro, you found some really creative and different ways to use dice in your game in multiple ways. Why don't you explain some of the different ways that dice are used?
Yeah, it's a Euro game, but for example, most of the dice here are not to throw and to count. For example, the three dice here are the number of available actions for all the players during that turn. So each time a player do an action, he puts one number down
to show that
dice.
There's less actions.
Those guys are gone.
Yeah, yes,
no
and
more
then
actions.
the turn ends because there are no more actions. The conflict die, as I explained, also shows the number of power points that you need to resolve the conflict. But at the end of the round, they will increase in 1 point, so the conflicts will be more and more complicated. Also, the virtue dice, they give you power points to the player who's resolving a conflict in a nearby city block. So there are many ways of using the dice in here. Of course, there are also a lucky dice
yes.
if you try, but this is an optional rule, and you don't have to use it during the game.
There are also special cards that sort of affect play as well, and can give you extra actions or allow you to do special things that normal rules wouldn't let you do. Correct?
Yes, because during the turn, a player, when he plays, he can only make one move, one action, but with cards he can do as many actions he can do with the cards. So it's very important, the cards, to power up the play. For example, with a card like this, I can move my Ragami and do an action here and resolve a conflict. So it's very important. Also, the cards are. This is not a cooperative game, but there are some actions that if you help other players, it will really help you. For example, this one, if you give one victory point to the last player, you will receive 2 white cubes. And white cubes is power cubes that resolve conflict, for example.
Pretty hefty price during the game, though, to have to give away victory points to get something.
Yeah. Especially when you help other players. For example, 2 Ragamis, they give power points to this player, but because he did help, he received from the general supply 2 cubes, 2 white cubes. So you really have to help other players, so you can win yourself.
Now, this game is making its premiere, its debut in the United States here at GenCon.
Yes,
correct?
exactly.
So it will be it's available now for sale.
Yes, it's available in the United States. It just arrived last week. Thanks God.
How much is the game, and will people be able to buy it in their local game stores?
Yes, people could buy in the local game stores, and it's selling it here at GenCon at $50. The game. Everyone who buys the game at GenCon could receive a special freebie die. So first player dies, and with the Indie 2012, and it's much more sexier than this one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to.
Yeah, you can do that. I know where you live.
Now, before we go, can you give us any information on maybe some upcoming titles, some other things that are in the works from Mesa board games, maybe later on in the year or next year? So what's next for Mesa board games?
Next it will be Essen, of course, and Essen, the Ragami will be available for the European market, of course, but in Essen we will release the completely new game called Cosmonauts from 2 Russian authors. At the moment we are finalizing things to send to the factory. It's a stress time again. See? And we are already working in some projects for 2013, and maybe one of them is about ships and Panama. I will not say anything more.
Yes. Well, we're excited to see how much you've grown even since we've seen you last year. You've got a whole other lineup of games, and if everything goes as planned, we'll see you again, and we'll be talking very soon in Germany the next time we see you.
I hope so. Really hope so.
Well, if people want to find out more information about Mesa board games, where can they find out information online?
They can find in our site, mesaboardgames.pt or .com, or in Board Game Geek. You have all the information also about our games there.
Great. Well, thanks so much, Gilles, for your time, and we really hope you enjoy your stay here in Indianapolis.
I'm enjoying.
Best of luck here at the show.
Yeah, thank you very much. Bye.